Hello guys, so welcome back to the Code Military, and in this video I will tell you about how to make this beautiful website, how this effect is that you can see in the background, how you can create this is very easy guys, you just follow my steps. But before moving to the tutorial, I request you, if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe it, because there are lots of projects which you can put in your resume, and there are lots of interview experiences where you can go and prepare for the interviews. Okay guys, so just I request, because this will support me to create more and more videos. Okay, so coming back to our website, this cool animation and this cool background effect can be created using three.js, and that's so simple guys, it's not so hard. You just need a basic knowledge of JavaScript and HTML. Okay guys, so coming back to our VS Code, let's close all the instances and just create one file and let's build it from the scratch. Okay, so let's just open Visual Studio Code and okay, so let me just cancel out all this so that okay guys, so we'll create a folder here. And for creating folder, first of all I would like to tell you that you need to download the library that is required for three.js. For that you can go to my GitHub repository, the code.military, and from here you can download the all the libraries that are required. In this particular video we'll use only two libraries, that is orbital control and three.js. This library folder in my repository contains minimized.js version of all the libraries. Okay, so you can just download it from here. Okay, and just I've already downloaded it. Okay, so yeah, when you download, this kind of zip will be there, and you when you unzip you can get the lib folder from here. Just you need to copy, and you have to come to three.js and you have to paste. Okay guys, just paste. I've already pasted it here, no issue. You just paste your library. Okay, so you just open your VS Code here. Let's press CMD and shortcut for opening VS Code, code.b. And now VS Code is open with library, and its library contain the three.js. You can see orbital.js, orbit control, perlin.js. We don't record all these live, but please download it, because in the later video I will tell you about some more complex 3D models in three.js, where we are going to use these all these libraries. Okay, so coming at that, now what is the first step? The first step is to create two files. The first file not in the lib, okay, outside of the lib. The first file would be our index.js. There will be one HTML file and one scripting file, right? And other file would be our main.js, in which all we write all the logics for the effect. Okay guys, so how to make this cool project? Okay, so in the VS Code, let's just do the templating. Create a template for rendering. You just need to type HTML file, and the auto code will be there. And you let's just change the title here. Let's the title be cool website. Okay, and in the body we need certain scripts that we want, right? So script, and let script, first script to be of three.js. So just press slash, you can see lib folder, and in lib you just need to type three.js, it will be there. All right, and then again one script, and this script should be our orbital control.js, or not like this, the same way, right? Slash lib, enter, and lib. Okay, and then you need to join orbit control.js, right? And the last script that you need to add is our main script file, in which we will write all the logic for the effect, and in this source as main.js. Alright guys, so this is done. And in the main.js, so what in the previous videos I've already explained you three.js from scratch, how you can build a 3D model, and what are the things that are very necessary for creating the steps. In this video I'll not use much of time, I'll just go and quickly create this. If you want to look out at how I did this and you want to learn from the basics, the core idea of three.js, then please look out to my previous videos where I use three.js for creating different models. Okay guys, I will just put the link in my description, please check out there. So in the main.js, I will just include the three most important things. That is, first is scene. So just let us create variable for scene, right? And then we need camera. As I already told you, scene, camera and renderer will just let them to be globally defined here. And okay, that's enough for now. And let's just create two variables. Let height let height is equal to window dot inner height. This will be required later in the project. And let width is equal to window dot inner width. All right, then we need to create a function. You can proceed without a function, but a function gives a programmer way of coding, writing any logic, right? And we'll create the scene. Okay, so for creating scene, we'll just initialize the variable that we have already defined. Scene is equal to new 3.c, right? And after creating scene, we'll create the camera. And for this project, we'll create camera as a prospective camera. We'll just initialize the variable camera, new 3 dot perspective camera. And in this particular we have to define certain parameters. So first thing will be our field of view. If you have played PUBG, like games like PUBG, you must be aware of what is field of view of camera. Okay, and let it be width by height. This is the aspect ratio. Width by height, right? And the third thing is the far clipping plane and the far clipping plane and the near clipping plane, right? So this is the parameter for perspective camera, and our perspective camera is almost done, right? And after that, we'll just position the camera, because we require camera at a different position than the origin. So just write camera dot position dot, will just move its z coordinate and let it be 10, and camera dot position dot y, let it be 20. Okay guys, and we'll also rotate the camera a little bit to give a good view of the effect rotation. And on rotation on which axis? Let it be on x-axis, is equal to math dot pi by 2, let it be constant, right? Okay, so this one's done, the function in it. And after that, let us define. So what are the things I have already told in my previous videos, that for creating any kind of model in three.js, you need scene, camera and renderer. And for creating the structure of any 3D object, you need the material to be used. The first thing that you need to decide the geometry. What is the geometry? Okay, it is a sphere, box or any other thing. And second thing is material, the what the geometry is made up of, what kind of material it is. Okay, because if we talk about 3D world, then we have to particular about kind of material, right? So in this I will just declare a geometry, because we have to create effect and it is not a particular geometry like box or sphere. We'll just create an instance for a geometry. Okay, so for creating a geometry, let's say let creating a geometry for effect. Okay, so we'll just take an organic geometry. Let's say it is star geo. Okay, just in okay, let star geo, and this would be our new three dot geometry. It's a basic geometry, guys. So okay, and in this geometry we'll not pass any parameter because this is a very organic geometry and we don't know what the exact geometry we need. So let us take a geometry, and if you take this kind of geometry you can decide the shape by including all the vertices. You can include as many vertices as you want. So I will just put it here random vertices to this geometry and let the count of the vertices to be 6000. The count of vertices here will be the count of stars that is coming, that you just saw in the preview, right? And you will write I plus plus, then we need to, and we'll let a point, right? This is a particular star, right? This is a particular star that you see in the preview, right? So let star new three dot vector. What is vector? Vector will give a direction for the stars, right? Otherwise they'll move in a just arbitrary direction, which will not be good. Okay, and in this we'll pass three parameters. Every vector has a three parameter as of three coordinates, as you have learned in your 12 in either intermediate or college. Okay, math dot random. Random is a function which will put random value between 0 and 1, and we'll just multiply it with 600, some big number. Okay, it's not fixed and hard rule. Let's say some big number, and this would be same for all the three coordinates. So let's just copy it and paste, right? Just paste it here and just paste it here. Okay guys, so it's cool, pretty cool now, and just save it. Okay, so after for loop, the for loop is not yet completed. Okay, we have to set the velo we have to just add up, right? We have to add up in vertices. So we have to add up all these star in geometry to make this geometry complete. So let star geo, okay, dot vertices. Vertices is actually a kind of array or a geometry, and we'll just push it to it. Okay, so push star, right? We'll push all the stars in the geometry and make it complete, right guys? This much is done. So, and after that what we need to do is to create a material. Now the geometry is complete, right? The geometry is complete. Now we create material, just as the second step I told in my previous videos. Please go and watch if you want to cover from the basics. Okay guys, so we need to define a material for the star geo, right? Star geometry. Okay guys, so yeah, and in this we can define let be where, and let be star, let be star mat as a variable name, and new three dot and we'll take the points material for this kind of pivot because it will appear as a point. Okay guys, so we'll just take points material. There are many kinds of material you can learn from the official docs. Okay, so in points material we'll take color as a, not console, as RGB. Okay, you can choose any kind of coding for colors, like hex coding. Let it be 255, 255, 255. Okay, and then we would take size of each particle or each star that you just saw. Let it be 0.7, right guys? And I think this is right for the moment, and let it be so. Just save it. So our material is also defined now. And the third thing that I told you in my previous videos, that you need to combine the material and geometry and make it as a system. So let space here. Okay guys, not space, let us define it globally, because we are going to use outside the function also. It will be defined globally. space, right? Space, and we'll just initialize it here. So space is equal to new three dot points, because it's a point system, and we'll combine both what star geo and geometry and star mat, right? Okay, now our space is done. And now the next thing that we do is to add up to the scene. The scene should know that we have a space object add, and scene dot add, not scene but space, right guys? Okay, just we need updated space, right? Okay guys, and the last thing that we need to do is the render. We have not initialized render yet, so we'll just add up a render here. So for renderer, we have already created the variable here. We'll just initialize it. So renderer is equal to new 3 dot web gl renderer. We'll just create a, you know, we'll just create an object here, web gl renderer. And before that, in the go into index.html, there is a body, right? We'll just put a canvas here. Okay, it just put canvas. It can be done without canvas, but but in this particular video I'll also tell that how you can use it for your websites as a background. Okay, so for that you need to add extra elements, so you just use canvas here so that you can use extra div and extra text and all whatever you want. So just put it canvas, and let's give it id as canvas. Okay, and just give it id, right? Just save it, and you come in the main.js and bring it here. Let for that just let not where it's, let's it will be constant because it is not going to change, and let it name, let us get the document DOM of canvas. By document we need to put document dot get element by id, right? And you need to pass the id canvas, right guys? And in canvas just pass it here, canvas colon canvas. You need to explicitly told that it should be canvas. Just save it, right guys? Okay, yeah, so now it's canvas, right? And last thing that we need to do is to render our render scene comma camera. Okay, that's done. Scene comma camera. But before rendering, okay guys, we need to set the render size. So we'll just provide render dot size, and in size we'll give, sorry, not size, set size by setter method, and we'll give it width, right, and height. These are the variables we already defined here, like, okay. Now I'll just see if there is anything, but before that, for running it, I will tell you about a very cool extension, that is live server. Just you need to create live server here, and there will be option, the live server will be by Ritwik day. You just download it and it will be enabled globally. Okay, I've already downloaded it, so it is visible here. The moment you download it, there is a go live button, and there are also one more extension. That extension is prettier. Okay guys, just try to pretty. Okay, it is auto code formatter, just like you have observed in my code, the auto suggestions and auto completion. So that is done by Prettier. You just download it, it will be installed globally. Okay guys, so after downloading both these extensions, just go to and click on the go live. The moment you go live, it will just open your website here, and you can see in the cool website, but it's not showing a black screen. While it is just, oh, there is nothing in console, index 42, right? So you just need to look back or at site what is the why it is not showing yet. Okay, so we just passed it as a canvas, right? Document.get element by id. Did we save it? Okay guys, no worries. Okay, the problem is that guys, that we have not yet the color is also black, right? And the problem is that the scene dot add render dot set size, right? The problem is that we have not called the init method, so we just provide it like init, because all the thing is contained in the init, right? So we have to call it for execution, so just write init. And now our scene, you can see this beautiful sky, space like thing, but this is not moving, right? So we have to make it animate, right? We have to animate all the points that it should come forward and just do some kind of movement, you know. Okay, for that, let's close it. Let's just come back to our VS Code. Okay guys, and just quickly make a animate method for it. And for making animate, we'll write function, and we'll just animate the scene function animate, right? And one more thing, that is the sidebars. There is some scrolling bar, right? We want to get rid of this because this is not looking very cool. So we'll just add up some css to the body of the canvas, right? For the canvas, right? We'll just write a style tag here, right? And in the style we'll write suppose type not css text slash css, right? And in this we'll write body. Okay, three things, three little styling we need. Okay guys, for this just add you know padding to be 0, and then margin to be 0, and overflow to be hidden. The sidebars appear due to overflow. Let's just save it. And now you can see the whole screen, there is no scroll bar and there is no such kind of white space here, so it's like it's look good pretty now. Okay, so just come back to main.js and just complete the function animate. In the function animate, what we'll do, that we'll just for each, okay, so for moment we first thing need to provide velocity to the all the particles. Okay, just like you have studied in your science, in physics, we need velocity for moving any element in a particular direction. So just come back to for, and the moment you create a star, just make just add up a velocity to it. Okay, so we'll make star dot velocity. Okay, because it is a vector, it can have a velocity. Okay, so just add a star dot velocity, let it be 0 initially, and let the acceleration also acceleration. Okay guys, acceleration be 0.02, not so much fast because that won't be visible. Okay, and then we push the star, right? So there will be a velocity and acceleration, but it will not move until we create the animate function, right? So in animate function we'll just write certain things that are required for its movement. First thing is the vertices have to update their position. Okay, then only they can appear as a move. So let's just create a star geo, and that should be it's not defined yet, so let us also define star geometry here so that it is globally accessible. Star geo, and let's remove the let here, right guys? So we can use star geo here, and we'll just put vertices dot for each method. Okay, let it be just e for simplicity in writing. Okay, for e we'll just e dot element dot velocity. Okay, and velocity should be, as you have studied in physics, velocity, what is acceleration? Acceleration is what is the velocity that add up per unit time, right? So we'll just add up the velocity acceleration into the velocity. Okay, just increase the velocity by time, and and we'll move the particle on y-axis towards us. Okay, the coordinate geometry in you have studied coordinate geometry, so we'll move the particle in particular direction on a particular axis. So that axis we choose as y because y is towards us. Okay, so y, you can play with that uh, later word e dot velocity, right? And then when the it will just minus the velocity on the particular y direction, it will go in the negative direction, that is towards us. And if it comes towards us in the maximum way, let's say p dot y is less than minus 200, right? We'll just set it on the, just a minute guys, what is the problem? Okay, we'll just update its y position to initial position, right? So initial position will be, so we'll just put it to backside 200, right? Backside 200. Okay, and p dot velocity to be 0. Okay, auto suggestion is not working here, no worries, we just need to try patiently. Okay, velocity dot 0. Okay, just complete it here, but it is still not completed. Why is still not completed? Let's just know why it's still not completed, because we haven't called the animate function yet. So we'll just call animate function here, and we'll just remove the renderer dot render, because this will be handled by this animate function, because it will re-render the things again and again. Okay guys, so we'll just write here. Okay guys, and one more thing that we need to add is that the, okay, so need to update. Okay, for one thing that we need to update is set the vertices to be true. Need for update star geo dot vertices, vertices need need update is equal to true. Okay, just save it. Let's just go and check. There is nothing visible. Let's go to console. What is the package is not find. I think we just did some typo error. Min.js 51, right? Where is 51? Yeah, not package, it's just p. Save it, go back to our screen, it's again back. P is not defined, right? So what the mistake did we do? Oh, so sorry, it not p, actually it's e. Just change this to e, just save it, and now you can see, but still it's not moving. We can zoom it, but still it's not moving. Why it's not moving? There is no such issue. Okay, so why it's not moving? Because we have not used request animation frame. But so what is the request animation frame? It will put a recursive call to your animation, right? And we'll just put it a animate function here. Just save it and just look back. Now you can see a little movement here. Okay, you can observe a little movement here, but still it's not up to the mark. Let us go back to VS Code, and in this we'll do some acceleration, right? So in this what we have to do is to, for each a plus acceleration dot y, right? Just a moment. Okay, so problem here is that we have put this render method inside the for loop, right? So we'll just take it out, and we have to paste it outside the for loop. So just save it and just look it back. Okay guys, so now our project is done, but we have to still add some text to it. Okay, for adding the text, just go back to our VS Code and we'll just add up in the index.html. Okay, guys, so in the after the canvas, you can create a div. Okay, so div dot no class, just write a div. Okay, and to the div, give the ID as, let's say we give ID as info, right? And we'll just create a style. We have already created a style tag. Just do some kind of styling for the info, right? In the info, what we'll do, we'll add a h1 tag, right? And in this we'll write welcome to the code military. Let's take the name code military. And okay, and after that we'll just place two buttons. For that I will also create div and then button, right? And in this button, okay, let me just make it in a good way. Okay, in the button I'll just add as a login, and after that I will create a more button and a sign up, right? Sign up. Okay, let's just save it. Okay, and then we'll bring let's just check it. There is nothing visible here. Okay, so we need to put some css into it. So what css that we need to put? Okay, so what the css that we need to put, you must know. Okay, so the thing that we need to put is to text dot color. So color will be white because naturally the color is black. Okay, still not visible. Let me just try to give it a padding of. Okay, just give it a padding, not padding, margin top as 900 px. Let's save it. Okay, just wait for a minute, guys. Okay, guys, so we just need to add certain things. Just a second, guys. Okay, so what thing that we need to add, that we have to firstly import the CDN for the bootstrap for styling for our buttons. So CDN bootstrap. We'll just write bootstrap. Okay, just go to bootstrap website and there will be a CDN link, right? Just copy it and just paste it in the head push section. Just paste it. Okay, when you save it, it will come into. And the second thing that we need to do is Google Fonts. Google Fonts. Okay, CSS Google Font, right? Any font you can use. It's up to your choice. For this demonstration purpose, I have used a font that is Sophia.font. Okay, just you need to copy it, not this. Let this. Okay, this is looking good. Just copy it, and in the VS Code, just paste it here. Okay, just save it, and you need to create a button. So you just provide it here some cool class. So let it be type button, and we'll provide a class css class bootstrap class. So btn and then outline, right? And then light. Okay, we'll just copy it. You also copy. Okay, just save it. Okay, and other thing that we need to do is to just style it, the info, and it let be text line center. Okay, and it should be 100 px. Okay, text line, and justify content to be center. Just save it. Let's go back to our coding website. Okay, now it's not visible. Why? Let's just check it why it's not visible. Okay, and style color is why. Let's provide a style color to be div, not div white. Sorry, white. Save it. Go back to our screen. Just refresh it. Okay, let's just go back to control plus inspect. Where is the elements? So canvas is here. This is here. Okay, let's click on here to. Okay, so it is below. So let's just put it just a minute. Okay, so the problem is that the div is below this canvas. Okay, just we have to make it up, and just for that we'll just provide -100. Let's just check. Okay, so it is visible. Cool now. Cool, sorry, cool now. Okay, let's just provide it once. Just let's support -400 px margin drop. Okay, it's now cooling pretty cool now. Thank you guys for watching this video till end. I hope you liked it, and if you like this, please share it is your friend, it is to your friends, your juniors, and all of them, because this is very cool website. Thank you guys. Please subscribe my channel to the Code Military. Thank you.